boobs and butts.
That's absolutely made it in audio and in captions. Oh my god.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Streampunks Presents, our last Monday game over here on Althaven. I'm so glad to have you. As you can see, we've got a different cast for today. We had some folks that were unable to make it, but we're sending them our best. Okay, so I am your storyteller or your director for today, Noir. I go by he, they, and let's get to the most important part of every story, and that, of course, are the people that help tell it. So, Jake, why don't you tell us who you are, who you playing, and what's up?
Yes, my name is Jake. I am playing Shift, the best not evil character around. You know, definitely not evil.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely good guy.
Yep.
Question
What?
mark.
What a thing to specify.
Yeah. But no, seriously. My name is Jake, and I am the co-owner of Althaven, the channel in which you are watching this on. I want to thank everyone for showing up for movie night last week, where we watched the Muppet Great Caper, the Great Muppet Caper. Sorry, the name, it was a lot of fun. Thank you all so much. And make sure to check the channel to see other fun events that we hold on our Discord. The link will be in Twitch. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the link is in the description. So check the Discord out. We have a lot of fun. In fact, I had to tell the Discord actually to stop complimenting me because it would make my head big. So help me get on there and insult me so that they know the truth. Thank you.
I feel that. And I also have a hard time remembering things that should have been Highlander, but was it? And next up, Sam, what's up? Who are you? What are you playing? What you got going on?
Hi, I'm Sam DeLev, and this evening I will be the somewhat aggressive teleporter Bamf, although how aggressive really does depend on plot events this evening. I've been forewarned, and fortunately I brought at least 2 for arms. When not being extremely contentious and obstreperous, you can catch me as a science communicator throughout the Twitchernet. In fact, the latest episode of May Contain Science went live just a few hours ago to YouTube and Coffee. That's youtube.com/@delevely, DELEVELY. Because if you think we're about to do a whole bunch of bad ideas, science is just like shine lasers in their eyes, but like for science, so it's okay. And it actually was okay. It was very cool. They got to do some awesome things, but you'll only find out about it if you go check out the latest episode of May Contain Science. So there.
Heck yeah. And we have a very special guest today. I'm so excited. Fox, please tell us who you are, who you play, what you got going on.
What is this, a crossover episode? Yes, it is a crossover episode. Hi, I'm AJ Fox. You can call me AJ or Fox. And I am usually here on last Tuesday of the month playing Bigby in Bigby and Dash. And tonight I am back here playing Bigby. This feels good. Feels good. I miss streaming.
Awesome. Yeah, I say let's just get into it.
Well, just remind everyone that tomorrow at this time, you can watch the second episode of Bad Meets Evil.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to take it,
I appreciate. Thank you so much for the setup. Tomorrow, episode 2 of Bad Meets Evil comes out. Check it out. It will help your experience here because a lot of what is about to happen from this episode, you're going to get more context from if you watched The God and the Wolf last week. So we are, now that phase 1 is rolling out, we're able to do the story crossover bits. And I'm so very excited. So tomorrow, Bad Meets Evil for Coffee subscribers. to the Streampunks, Big B and Dash, and we always do a re-airing of the last of the Tuesday show, be it a pull list episode or a Bad Meets Evil episode, the next Wednesday at this o'clock.
10 a.m. PDT.
There it is. I knew it. I knew it is. I almost said standard. I knew it is Central Time. I was trying to work the math. Anyway, now let's go ahead and get started. When we last left our heroes, they encountered a tree that seemed to have an odd effect on Moment's ability to converse with time and the manifestation of time that Moment has on their person was being fed on by this tree, and it went from just a sprout to a full-grown tree. Our heroes escaped the area, but on the panel we're going to linger on the tree. It is on the north side of Chicago, and it stands, and very much like the name of the city, the wind kicks and blows saplings and seeds off of this tree into the unwitting populace of Chicago. We see a mother walking her kids, and there is the seeds from the tree, and she breathes it in. She takes the kid to school and goes home and opens the fridge and yanks it off the hinges. We see several incidents like this happening in the nearby area. Very quickly, a perimeter is created around this tree, the incident being called the Godfall. There are theories as to what's happening, but for those of us who know, we know that this is a synthetic Yggdrasil tree that has been created and planted right here. We then go to New York, where we see a newspaper at the front door of a pretty, I'm not gonna say shitty apartment, but it's not great. And the newspaper accounts for a massive gang fight between the Gregantes and the Shifters, with intervention from the throned angel, Daredevil, and what was the name that the papers are calling you, Bigby?
Bombshell?
Bombshell.
I'm not really quite sure about that one yet. We gotta work on branding. I mean, it does start with B, but Bigby's just Bigby.
So we go past the newspaper into the apartment, and we see just a flash of something impossibly fast leaving the apartment. For those in the know, we know that is the roommate of Big B, Dash, going about and doing Dash business. But today, but today we focus on Big B. Big B, there is, I will offer everyone here a karma if you let me paint the picture a little bit. I don't like to take away agency from my players, so this might take a little bit of agency, but in return, I'd like to give everybody karma if that's okay.
Absolutely, go for it.
You served in the military, and under your bed is a box of your old gear, your badge, your key card, and a phone or some communication device. You hear it going off. It never goes off.
It shouldn't go off.
What would you like to do?
I broke that thing. Big B is gonna stop. Big B has been filming rip rops of their cat. Their cat is X-Cat, of course, who is a mutant cat. X-Cat. Still a cat. On Rip Rop. Follow X-Cat. And it's just like, I think we're gonna have to retake that one. I'm gonna be right back.
You do see the cat just kind of dancing to, like, it's just like kind of shaking its tail to music. It's X-Cat's very own cell phone is floating as it uses telekinesis to get the perfect angle, and then it sees you. Yeah.
I think I wanted to do the I was gonna do the squabble up with the meow.
So X-Cat is now dancing to Kendrick Lamar Squabble Up. And you hear the voice of X-Cat in your head going, yes, that is the perfect take. This will do nicely. Now, here are the hashtags that I would instruct you to put for this video for maximum engagement.
It's weird to me that you can like hold the camera but I'm the one that still has to press record and like actually, put in the hashtags and things.
I like making you do things.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Hashtag X-Cat still a cat. Hashtag Oombop. Hashtag cat. Hashtag.
I need you to roll me a vigilance check. This is going to be target number 14, but you do have edge. X-Cat is a cat with the X gene.
Yes. X-Cat is actually a cat with the X gene. With an edge, that's still only a 13.
You start to look outside as something comes into vision, but X-Cat goes, I need you to focus. You are not done with my hashtags. So you miss whatever it is that you were about to see.
All right. What was that last hashtag again?
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought it was Kendrick Lamar.
Don't try to improve perfection.
Okay. Catrick Lamar? I won't try to improve perfection. All right.
No, that genuinely was better. I will allow it, human. Again, your phone goes off. The communication device goes off, and X-Cat is frustrated with this. And so you see, just it is brought over. And X-Cat goes, I would like to destroy this thing. It displeases me.
Probably in your best interest that you don't. Just mainly because it takes my thumbs away. And as in, it takes my entire self away if I don't answer this.
Then you should resolve it, because if I begin a new rip-rop and its notification is heard in the background, I will be most unpleased.
thought you just mute the sound and then you put the sound over. I don't even know how this thing works. I went viral for flossing. And then it's going to...
When you see the communication device, you know that this is an order directly from General Clausen. There are 3 protocols that have been activated. One, a new Omega mutant has been located and targeted for black bagging. 2, there is a massive metahuman event that your former squadron would need to be preparing for. But there is a 3rd protocol that you are not aware of.
What's the title in the 3rd protocol? Because they all usually have code names.
Mm-hmm. So for the black bagging, it is... For the black bagging, it is Protocol Magnus. For the metahuman event, it is protocol disassemble, and the 3rd one is going to be Odineye. Odineye.
Is there any way that this is this directed at, like, is this just a all hands communication, or is this just a is this specifically directed at Big B?
This is all hands, but only for a special level of soldier that is very difficult to achieve. Let's see.
Are they requesting a check-in or like assignment to one of them?
Yes.
Okay.
And while you're putting that together, we're turning the page. Where would we find Bamf and Shift after the incident with the tree?
Well, we still got a timeline for trying to get into that facility. So, you know, we're making moves toward that. We got Cal with us. We got that kid, my cousin's friend, Jerry. Yeah.
I need you both to roll me a vigilance check. Target number 18 with double trouble.
What do you need that for, Noir?
There's a lot there. Vigilance. Okay. Target number 18. I'm already 17, but let's do that double trouble. And 13.
Okay. All right.
That double trouble hurts you.
Yeah, that is the 17. That is a 14 and a 13. As you're all planning to invade the headquarters of the council, it's by a split second you hear ping as something hits the ground, and then and you see Blear get ready to run, and is stopped in slow motion, you're all in a timeout. And you see a helicopter overhead that is whisper quiet, and a number of individuals come sliding down. Bamf, you have seen the symbols on their gear around your neighborhood, and you see they immediately make a beeline to Blear, and a syringe in the neck. And even though it's slow motion, you can see that Blear is going out, and they bag over the head, connect a rope, and then go, 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 and rappel up Blear into the helicopter. And one of them looks over at Jericho. Speed clocked, nothing of interest. What about this one? Teleporter, mid-level. All right, and this one? Shift. I think this one is the one responsible for the gangs. And you see the guy put the barrel of his gun right here on Shift's head. You know, I think I like those kids. They give us a reason. He puts the gun back in his holster. All right, go. And then they rappel back up. And the helicopter itself teleports away. And then 3, 2, 1. The timeout is over just that quickly.
Fuck!
Where'd everyone go?
I don't know.
Moment goes, well, we have to get the... And you see Moment and Cal pulled back in time. Moment told you in advance that he doesn't really have control over it. And you see he gets yanked into the void.
Is this because the tree or...
I don't know. All I know is now I can't try to get my Spidey out of that facility that has a time clock, and my cousin is kidnapped. They're not pacing, they're bamfing. Is the phone still going?
The
Is the
phone?
signal blocked yet? Find my yeah, I have the app Find My Damn Cousin.
Oh, it's so much worse. It's so much worse. You go for the find my cousin, let's call it. And your phone rings.
From whom?
Unknown number. What? No, actually, it would be Blear's number.
Mid.
You're a lyncher kid. You know better. They're ours for doing a cut and study. You're not going to see them again. If you try anything, we're going to do to you what we always do. That'll be all. Click.
Bamf disappears for 4 seconds and reappears. R.I.P. those poor astronauts' ears being exposed to extended and very saucy language. Everything's fucked. Everything's. Fuck.
I walk over to Bamf and like slowly reach over to put my hand on Bamf's shoulder. Are you okay? What's going on?
Everyone I love's been kidnapped?
Okay.
And I can't get any of them?
Do we have a description of who took them? Do we know what, like...
I mean, they're two different groups in two different cities, and I equally can't get either of them because someone is temporally irresponsible.
I mean, I don't think...
Brings more people with him.
I don't think we should worry about Moment. Moment will take care of anyone that has gone into the time strip with them, and they know their self pretty well. They've taken well care of themselves. So I don't think we need to worry about.
Yeah, but I needed them to get in to the facility right up until, it turns out, my cousin got kidnapped by people we definitely can't go up against.
Shift, your phone goes off.
God, this is a really bad time. I pull it out. Who is it?
It's Torrent.
And I know even worse person. Okay, I'm in. Bamf, I'm gonna let you cool for a minute, and then I turn around and take a few steps and hit open and go, hey, what's going on?
Fisk lied. They're trying to bag us. They've already taken a few of us down. We need help.
I don't think that's Fisk. All right, where are you guys at?
We're holding away. We got into some shit with some low-level heroes.
I'm not even gonna start on that one, but okay. We need to meet. We need to get together. We can stick together. We lost some people as well.
I think it's all part of the same play.
All right, let's watch each other's backs. Let's get together. Do you have a teleporter or anyone with you?
No, but I could give you our location.
Yeah,
I can have Doug send it to you via telepathy.
perfect. Do it. We'll be there.
All right. And immediately you know where they are.
I go back to Bamf and I'm like, hey, does Bamf know or does Shift know how much you hate the shifters? Like, I know we've like joked about it, but does Shift know?
We have had some contentious exchanges, and I think a socially aware being like Shift would well know that Bamf hates their ass. Yeah.
Perfect. I walk up, Bamf. Okay. Okay. There's more mutants that need help. There is a group that some of their people have been also taken. And I think it'd be best if we group together to try to figure this out. And I'm not talking about the X-Men. Well, it's possible that they also got some people taken, but
yeah, whatever. Sure. Fine.
cool. And I speak the location to Bamf for Bamf to take us there.
Look it up real quick.
It is a bodega just on the edge of Lincoln Park. A bodega that was hit last night by the shifters and the Gigantes.
What would I associate with that bodega?
Good people, good food, pretty nice. Hooligans like to hang there. The owner of that bodega is extraordinarily progressive, and very vocal about it. A light in the community, one whose light, if vanished, would be very quickly missed. Like, this is like, even if you shoplift, you don't shoplift at this guy's place. He's a good guy.
Okay.
And even if you got caught shoplifting there, he'd probably overlook it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bamf.
It's so you see this bodega is torn apart. And huddled inside are the shifters.
You gotta be kidding me.
Hey, let's just.
Is this their fault?
I'm going to find out as soon as we can. Hey, how much of this was you guys?
Tor is the one that walks up and goes, I don't know what the fuck is going on, let alone whose fault it is, and I don't think it's really all that important whose fault it is.
No. I'm talking about the damages to this place.
Oh, to this place?
Yeah,
this place was ransacked before we got here.
Okay.
We took care of business in the back after we dealt with some of the
yeah. Okay, so some third party has hit this place. Okay, I look at Bamf very like, wasn't them, like chill.
Bamf is looking like it is willpower. Like, you know how usually you would like why-I-got-it lunge at someone and they hold back? That doesn't work with porters. This is exclusively the willpower internal equivalent. But you can see Bamf ready to jump out of their own skin to strangle this person.
Well, as you can see, you have upset my friend Bamf. Let's do everything we can to not continue down that route, and I look over at Bamf, work together to try and figure out what the hell is going on. Where is your cousin? Where are the rest of the shifters? And let's get everyone out of this safely.
They're taking people to the hole.
That's a funny joke.
They're taking people to the hole. We know exactly where they are. We just need to rally up our forces, kick down the door, and kill everybody inside.
Okay, well, let's no. All right,
You child.
Yes, they are children. And I look at Bamf and I'm like, do you get it? They are like, yes, you're right. Okay.
It's pretty fucked up when children have more nerve to do something about this shit than the adults.
It should have been you gotten taken, not my cousin.
Guess they were too slow.
Give me a reason. Shift. Give me one reason not to put this little sack.
Easy, very easily a reason, because the less of us, the less likely we're gonna get your cousin back.
This one's worse than useless.
I'm useless. Did I hear word that you're dallying with the X-Men nowadays? Is that what you are? You fucking sellout?
Oh my goodness. You are an ad sellout? What is this? A little garage band?
Shift, we just need you to juice the squad so we can go kick down the door of the pit, kill all these military fucks, get our people back the way that we should have done this shit years ago.
Only
Go
with a
ahead,
plan.
Shift, do it. Let them just go off to their own demise.
Only with a plan. Running and gunning with your heads running straight into a group of people who teleported in or whatever, froze time, and was able to take out how many of you guys without an effort?
That's when you hear Magmar, the one whose hair and skin are slightly lava. I believe he face casted her as like Ariana Grande, start to sniffle and tear up. She goes, they got Rodney. And we're gonna get him back, all right? Magmar, you got my word. I'm gonna drown every one of these sons of bitches.
Okay, so we agree we need to get them back, and we agree that they're extremely powerful and strong, so much so that they were able to take us out easily without us even knowing it. So let's sit down and come up with a plan on how to get them back.
That's where we turn the page. Bigby, what are you up to?
I think Bigby is making a call.
Who you calling?
It's on that military phone.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I thought we had an arrangement.
Extenuating circumstances. We are dealing with a number of metahumans, a rambunctious group of mutants who forgot their place, and I need the best, and you are one of my best.
See, that's kind of where you're mistaken. You say your best, and I was never yours. Except for, the fact that you framed me, then jailed me,
Yes.
and then experimented on me.
That also happened, yeah.
All, most of that happened. Well, pretty much all of that happened without my consent.
And now you have
It's still not yours.
And now you have the strength of Captain America. I think, all things considered, a small price to pay to go from being what you were to what you are. Super soldier.
I'd say that I'm actually
money.
stronger than Cap, probably, all things considered, but I digress. We're kidnapping kids now?
Mutants.
Kids.
You see a child, I see someone with the ability to traverse the world in seconds, to ignite a dormant item with the concussive force of a nuclear blast. These mutants need to be suppressed, checked, and watched.
And the ones that I've been hanging with lately?
DeVroom, I believe.
I wasn't talking about them.
I was. You didn't think we would let the leash be that long, did you? Do your country a service. Help us stem the tide of a rebellion that will only end in more bloodshed. This is your chance to do your patriotic duty and to promote peace.
I don't think you realize what you've unleashed. Talk soon. Click. And Bigby's gonna be like, look at XCat. If Dash comes back, tell them I'm gonna be late for dinner.
You hear a familiar as a grappling hook hits a windowsill near you, and you hear a zip zzz, and a knock on the window.
It's open. It's always open. What are they going to take?
I just thought I'd be respectful.
You know, it makes me feel like you're a vampire, though. Like you can't come in unless you're invited.
No, I saw Sinners too, and you see Daredevil take off the helmet. There's something going on in the city, and I thought that I might reach out to some friends, see if I could get a hand stopping this.
Military operation. Kidnaps in broad daylight.
Okay. Well,
It's another crew I used to run with. Unfortunately.
I can't very well fight that as Daredevil, so you mind escorting Matt Murdock? I think I might be able to do something with a little bit of information.
All right.
I was thinking about making doubling back to the bodega, see if there's something we can figure out about what these shifters.
Yeah. I don't know that I left what's the little shit's name, Torrent. I don't know that I left on good terms with that one.
Well, I'm good at talking.
All right. There's a change of clothes in Dash's room for you.
Thank you much. You see he walks off, comes back suited up.
I was going to say there's a crop top that says baby girl on it still from the last time.
Different kind of suit, right? You know?
Different guy. No, this is one of his shabby suits. If we can at least talk to these shifters, get an idea of what they have going on, they might have more information on whatever military unit that is being a little reckless with the Constitution. Huh?
Seems a good idea as any. I mean, couldn't get through them you couldn't get through to them as the devil, so.
Well, the devil can only give them a concussion. Matt Murdock could hit their pocketbook. Let's go.
All right. And Bigby's going to grab a jacket and head out down the stairs of the apartment. And he's going to, like, for all intents and purposes, look like they're going to go up for snacks.
All right. So we go back to the bodega. Tensions have been rising. Torrent is doing his best not to say anything to further aggravate Bamf.
Oh, so he's being silent. Because that's literally the only way. The fact that I'm looking upon his visage is already vexatious enough.
And Shift, you get a call from one Wilson Fisk.
Oh, when it rains, it pours. Oh. Boop. Hey, what's happening, Captain?
Hello, Shift. I imagine that by now you must have heard of the mayhem happening in my city.
Oh yeah, our guys getting plucked out of space. Yeah, no, I'm well aware of it.
There is a section of Orcus that has made its home in Linkshire Park for some time now. It would appear that with the God's Fall incident in Chicago, as well as your gang being less than subtle, a message is being sent. However, I was able to negotiate, and this can and will all stop. They simply request the member of the Shifters, known as Torrent, to be handed to them.
And you think that that's what you want to do?
I think that I want the chaos to stop, and this young man has proven a threat.
Yeah, I doubt he's going to go willingly.
Would you like me to send you assistance in disarming this young man?
No. If I really wanted to get rid of him, I would just send him headfirst into their facility and they could take care of him. Because that's what he wants to do. Okay. All right, let me figure out what's happening. I'll get back to you, Fisk. How's that sound?
Do not keep me waiting.
Done. All right. And I hang up the phone and I walk back to Bamf and I'm like, hey, so I don't like this, which means that you're definitely not going to like this, which is these guys are supposedly willing to stop all of this if we give them, and I just gesture towards Torrent.
Oh, I'm definitely having him make a roll.
I'm not whispering.
Okay.
I'm just like,
Aux Crew has used an Aux point. This Aux point is coming to us from one Crafty Geek. Thank you so much, Crafty Geek. There will be a canon cameo at some point in this episode. All right, so as we were.
Well, then they can go fuck themselves, can't they?
I knew that you had a soft spot for him. All right.
Oh, no, that. Hands check?
I'm good. Go for it. Do it.
Slap.
It's at that point where the bell on the bodega door chime, and you see a red-headed gentleman with red glasses and a walking stick, and the biggest motherfucker you've ever seen. Please, Fox, could you describe your character?
So Big B is built less like a refrigerator and more like the truck that carries them. Is about 7 foot. I believe it's 7'6" is what we settled on for Big B's height. You can't teach that. Has a sort of shock of red hair, very muscly, almost where She-Hulk is a little bit more like slight and athletic build. Bigby's just built like a tank. Big muscles, big body, Big B. And I think like has made eyes on Torrent and just doesn't give Torrent necessarily a look of hatred, but a look of pity.
Immediately upon seeing Big B, Torrent's hands are surrounded by water, and he goes, "Here for round 2," and Matt goes, "I was hoping someone might be able to point me to the honey buns. I haven't had anything to eat this morning." And there's just kind of a little bit of confusion. What would you all like to do?
Shift reaches over, grabs a honey bun, and just like throws it backwards in their general direction.
It just kind of goes right by him.
Big B will catch it. Here, Matt.
Thank you. Are you all the shifters that I've heard so much about?
Absolutely not.
At this point, Shift finally turns around. Like Shift was looking at Bamf this entire time, even with the door, like the thing going. Finally, at this point, going, "Oh, come on! Like one thing at a time." And I turn around and I just look at both of them, and I'm just like, "Okay, all right."
I'm Big B. This is Matt. Matt's actually not a cop. Matt's a lawyer.
Hello.
I'm glad that you clarified that, because I definitely would think the guy with the cane, the walking cane, was a cop.
Why couldn't I be a cop?
You know what? I have a strange feeling. Cops on the beat usually aren't blind. I'm pretty sure they stick those guys behind desks.
That's pretty ableist.
I'm not a cop. I'm not the one that sets those things up.
Matt just kind of laughs. You'd be surprised, but we could talk about this later. I'm simply here because I'm seeing a group of people that, well, I think could use some representation.
Are we being sued? What is happening? I don't want to deal with a lawsuit on top of all this other shit. What is happening, guys?
No, but several of your cohort are being illegally detained by the U.S. government. Military bridge, to be sure.
I'm a sucker for lost causes. What can I say?
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, what the hell can the law do then? Because last I checked, government kind of makes its own rules and enforces them how they want.
You're not wrong. The system has and can and will fail, but that doesn't mean that we give up on it.
I'm getting a yoo-hoo. You want one?
Oh, yes, please. So, are we down for this fight?
I look over at Bamf for a moment and back to the two people. Why do you want to help us? Oh, I get it. You're one of Fisk's lawyers. Is that what it is?
No, most certainly not. No. What's happening is wrong. Despite whatever justifications that they might feel give them the right or the means to do what they're doing, it's wrong. And it's all the easier for them to do it if no one says that it's wrong.
I'm terribly sorry. Just give me just 1 second. I turn to Bamf and go, if they wanted Torrent, they could have just taken Torrent. That deal doesn't make any sense. If they wanted Torrent, they would just take Torrent. Why are they saying, oh, they're going to stop this if we give them Torrent? That doesn't make any sense.
Because they're bullies who are trying to get us to be complicit with their bullshit, which is why we're not handing him over. Not because I in any way feel even the slightest affinity for the scum.
Sorry, who's wanting Torrent?
Oh, sorry. I guess if you're going to be our lawyer,
I'm not a lawyer.
No. Bodyguard? I don't.
Paralegal.
Paralegal? You're the paralegal? Is that
yes?
Sure.
This is my paralegal.
I lean in and go, I'm going to be completely honest with both of you. I have no idea what a paralegal is.
Me neither.
You could have told me that you were a lawyer, and I would have no recourse to not believe you.
It's when you got two legals.
The only lawyer I know about is Legal Eagle. That's the only lawyer I'm aware of.
I love listening to those YouTubes.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Anyways, okay. Okay. So, yes, supposedly this organization, or U.S. government officials, as you're saying now, are claiming to want to make a deal and saying that they are willing to stop taking us if we give them Torrent, which apparently you two know each other. And I point at Torrent and I point at Bigby.
Yeah. God, law, thanks.
Well, Torrent, aren't I proud of you? You starting to pick up a book and start to learn the law?
Definitely not.
I need you all to stop talking. All right, they found us. We need to get ready to move.
Where?
They're coming from the east. The quietest helicopters I've ever heard. About 25 soldiers in total carrying lethal weaponry. They're not coming here to capture. They're coming here to kill.
He's a really good lawyer.
You have a preferred safe house?
My place is very far away.
Oh no!
Doesn't matter. Where is it?
Fine, come on. This way.
No, Bamf will just take us there.
Oh, man, I'm just like around the corner.
I don't think that they're talking about walking.
Yeah,
Bigby.
Oh, I like a speedster, like Dash.
Where?
Give the address.
I look at Bamf and I go, you cool if I borrow some to get everyone out?
Go ahead. I don't want.
I copy power.
Okay. And with that, with two Bamfers Bamfing a pretty sizable group, you all end up squeezing into this little apartment.
Bedroom.
One quick beat as we're doing that. I'm gonna Bamf Magmar over last. I don't know Rodney, but they got your Rodney. They got my cousin.
Why aren't you helping us kill them?
You're too young to have seen Magneto, weren't you?
No, but I heard the stories of fuck Magneto.
Oh, kid. Bamf.
You're all in this tiny apartment. And I could say, like, from outside the window, you can see the helicopters kind of just hovering over the God, I just lost the word. It starts with bodega. You can see the helicopters, but again, you can't hear them. I'm going to need Shift and Bamf to roll me a quick vigilance check. You have to beat 17.
Oy. Hey, 19.
17 for me.
Okay, so you both see it as you both teleport. You see as Matt arrives, he quickly tries to scoop his costume, but you clearly see him scoop the Daredevil costume.
Oh, there's no reason to be embarrassed about cosplay, man. Like, that's really fun for people.
Yeah, I got into it at an early age, so it could be a bitch, but it's my favorite hobby.
Yeah. What was that intel?
A bunch of mutants with superpowers in the same spot.
Yeah, but that's the neighborhood. They got time stoppers. You think they don't have... I was about to say the evil equivalent of Cerebro, but there you go. Cerebro. Why?
I mean, CCTV all over any street.
But
Government can tap into it.
what's clear is that they are aggressively looking for us, so hiding is not going to be an option. At some point, we're going to need to take some sort of action.
Yeah,
Legally
wasn't that you
speaking.
filing a lawsuit or something? Do we have to get you a typewriter or whatever?
No, but you do give me a you that is a good idea. And you see he kind of walks off and he goes, call Jennifer Walters. And he just kind of walks off, talking to his phone.
Great. Okay.
Wait. Why does that name sound familiar?
I don't know.
Man, I swear I know that name. And I like Shift starts like walking back and forth.
Oh, she's the one from the bus ads.
Yes. Wait. Isn't that like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder what she benches.
I look at Bamf.
Anyways.
She-Hulk. Do you know She-Hulk?
Oh, some kind of cape, right?
Also a lawyer.
I don't think she wears a cape.
No, I think it's probably too revealing for a cape.
Cape's a way of life.
Well, then, yes. Anyways, that's not here nor there. Okay. Well, good to know that lawyers know other lawyers, I guess. I've assumed that they're going to do a joint injunction.
So I kind of know what the kids' deal is. Like, who'd you lose?
Well,
Also, I didn't get your names, by the way.
oh, it's Shift. I'm Bamf.
Shift, like,
And I just wave my hand in front of my face, and I have Big B's face.
shifters.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're leading this little group of ragamuffins.
Unwillingly so, yes, apparently. I would say...
Unwillingly. Oh, now it's unwilling.
I cannot roll my eyes further back into my head without losing vision and becoming just like Matt. Okay, so let's...
Go ahead.
I heard that. You just hear it in the back.
I whisper very quietly, Matt, you heard a helicopter that no one else heard. I assume you hear everything.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Oh, shut... No.
How about you, paralegal?
Big B. This is my place with my roommate.
You from here? Haven't seen you around.
Yeah, I'm from New York. After a fashion. Wait, you look familiar. You ever work with Tony? Short, stubby guy, eyes that kind of go floom floom. Change.
Work is a strong word.
Yeah, like consulting kind of deal.
Help me out with something else.
Yeah. Okay. I think we got a couple friends in common.
I want to try to like the mutant equivalent of Gaydar Bigby. Bigby's in the neighborhood, responded in a reasonable kind of way to the from here, like has some kind, like might conceivably have something going on, or just stockpiled growth hormone like Fort Knox Styles gold. I don't know.
So you try to see if Bigby is a mutant?
I mean, yeah, I don't.
Well, go ahead and roll me. I mean, that's really difficult to tell.
I mean, it's difficult to tell, like,
Also, probably a cat appears on Bigby's shoulder. This is X-Cat.
They look like a cat to me.
Yeah, they are a cat, but their name is X-Cat.
I need everybody to roll me a vigilance check again.
Brag.
Yep. What's the target number?
It's only going to be 16.
Fantastic.
Woof. No.
Did all three of us not make it?
No, I got fantastic success.
Oh, hell yeah, Batman.
Oh, absolutely not.
With the fantastic success, you see it. You see Torrent attempting to slip out the back window.
Yeah, you trying to go it alone, kid?
I'm not made a bitch like the rest of you, and I'm not gonna hide until some lawyer that comes out of nowhere calls daddy and tells them to start acting right. I know where my people are, and I'm gonna go kill everybody I can see until I get them.
It's really cute how you think you could do anything against these people.
Shift like pauses for a second and says, God damn it, Torrent. You don't fucking get it, do you? You don't fucking get it. Get your ass back in here right fucking now. This is ridiculous. Look, I know you're hot-headed even though you're cold-blooded, but this doesn't matter, okay? Get your head out of your own ass if you want to actually make a goddamn difference. That's the problem. Torrent, you're strong. You're a lot stronger than you allow yourself to be. But this is the thing, is that it doesn't matter how strong you are if you don't go about it smart. Okay, if you run in there, they're just going to kill you just like they do every other stupid fucking mutant that thinks that they're bigger than their own britches. Okay, if you don't use your brain, then you're just as good as a fucking slab of meat on a damn plate, which is what you're going to be if you run in there.
They're attacking us because they're scared. Finally, they're scared. And they're scared because of what we did. Not any of you sitting on your asses being cowardly chicken shits. We shouldn't have ever called ourselves the Shifters.
You can call yourself.
You even hire this dude.
I didn't. Here's the thing, Torrent. If you want to go in there headstrong, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. Bamf's not going to stop you. None of us are going to stop you. But you know what's going to happen? Is you're going to put tears on the rest of the team's face because they're going to lose another member.
You know, ever since you opened up my latent abilities, ever since you showed me how powerful I really am, I've been practicing every day, manipulating a single drop of water. I have been practicing how much I can control at once. And we're real close to the Hudson, real close. I am going to flood the pit and kill every single one of them. I can do it. I will do it. You say that power doesn't matter if you're not smart. Power doesn't matter if you don't use it.
Hey,
what
wise
happened?
guy.
What
you
happened?
That,
Sorry. Go for it. Go.
As I said, hey, wise guy, you flood that thing. You kill your friends too.
What happened when we tried to take Fisk on and he had his cape flying friend? What happened? We got our ass kicked over and over and over with in every form and fashion. And the only reason that we didn't die is because we agreed to work for Fisk. That's one other mutant that's out there. These guys are using powers that we don't have. It's impossible to flood the river if time has stopped and they just snap your neck.
And honestly, if you go down there, you're kind of giving them exactly what they want.
The fuck do you know?
That the people that you're messing with have a whole cavalcade of folks with a wide range of abilities.
How do you know
Because
that?
they built
Yeah.
them from scratch.
Shift even
Oh.
stops and slowly turns to Bigby. Go on.
You didn't think they'd stop at Captain America, did you?
What happened to Captain America? I don't really pay attention to
I
those
mean,
guys.
world's first super soldier, the US government built the man from an art student
Oh.
in World War II. You didn't think that they'd stop there. You didn't think that they'd stop at, I don't know, super strength and speed. Or, what was it, Vita Rays or whatever it was?
So what are you saying? That they're
I'm saying
taking
that-
mutants' powers and giving them
saying-
to...
They're taking mutants' powers. I'm saying that they're making mutations happen. And it's not a friendly or kind process. And it's not a painless one.
How'd you get so big?
Ate my veggies.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's bullshit. And you see water start to flow around his hands.
Buddy, you can do what you want. I can't stop you. But I can also help you.
Roll me an ego check. This is going to be target number 15.
Ugh, this is not good. I'm not good at ego checks.
Is there no way I can assist in this? I feel like being a part of it, like a big part of this conversation.
I'll let Bigby have edge on this.
Okay.
I'd love to not assist.
I do have a couple tags that might also assist. Like, Streetwise. All right, let's just go. Let's just roll for it. That's an 11. I get an edge. That brings it up to a 15, which is what I needed.
He stops for a second, and right as he's starting to have second thoughts, Matt walks in and goes, good news, everybody. Jen is starting to work up a prima facie, so we can start seeing about getting some FaceTime with some of the bagged individual. I'm sorry. Am I interrupting something?
So
No.
we should. No, go ahead.
You might be a good lawyer. You're not a great actor. I
don't know what I did to you, sir, but you have been rather aggressive towards me ever since. I'm starting to think that you might have a problem with me.
Matt, if you think this is aggressive, you should really have longer conversations with Torrent, because I am far from the aggressive one here. I'm just being plainly spoken. You know what? Sorry, my secondary brain just started clicking about something that is not here nor there. I apologize. You said Facey. You said they're gonna do a what?
Prima facie. Jennifer is essentially drumming up enough evidence and setting a case for the court that a number of individuals were detained without due process, or that they were being detained illegally. It's one of the first steps in the greater process of making the courts listen to us.
She need one of those sworn statements or something. I got my cousin's phone calling me after she was taken. I got my geo tags. I got whatever you need.
That'll be great. Jen should be on her way shortly. Does anyone happen to know, or is anyone friends with an individual that flies?
What do you need flying for?
Oh, I was hoping somebody might know the individual that is hovering over the building.
Do I need to go up to the roof?
This kid.
No, Bigby's gonna head towards the roof access.
I'm following too.
You get to the roof and you see Dreads as an individual in a black, purple, and gold bodysuit with a large black cape just kind of looms flying overhead. Hi.
Hey, sorry, you got to forgive me. I'm bad with names. What was the name again?
I'm trying this out. Titan.
I dig it. Can you do me a favor, Titan? Because it's very awkward. It's very weird. Do you want to come down here?
Oh, sorry.
It's just like
They're immediately on the ground.
Was it a fly to the ground or a bamf to the ground?
A bath to the ground.
Okay. That was just Shift taking a mental note. It's like, hey, sorry about that. It's just like a weird, like, omnipotent, I'm more powerful kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't think about the visuals. It's really comfortable.
Hey, you know what? In another life, I do some acting stuff. It was a thing I noticed. Wanted to give a note. All good. I'm Shift, and I give like a fist bump,
Hey,
boom.
I'm Titan. I'm not sure if the Titan or Titan. I'm just trying out Titan right now.
I think Titan the bad guy in Megamind.
I haven't seen that yet, but I've heard good things.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna go with a name. I like the single names. No offense, Big B. That's got a nice like alliteration. I think Titan. You know,
see, I owe you an apology. I've been calling you the Shift. You're just Shift. So sorry about that. I'm Titan.
No. I think it'd be awkward too if people were like, "Oh, it's hello, the Shift." You know, I think that's You
make a good point. That's what I was thinking about with Titan. I'm just here because Fisk told me to keep an eye on you guys.
I figured as much. As soon as I saw you, I was like, I know what this is. This is Fisk watching out. I saw it was you. I was less worried. That's why I was like, come down. And I felt bad last time we interacted. We didn't really, I guess we interacted in like weird different forms of time, but the one that actually existed, we didn't actually get to interact. So I felt like this was a good opportunity to talk.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I am, just kind of figuring this whole hero thing out. Yeah, I see that everybody's here. We're just kind of waiting on the decision that you all make as a group. No offense to you, Torrent. It's just it's what we have to do for peace. But I've been assured that you will be taken care of. But you do have to take accountability for the things that you've done. Fuck you. Okay.
Yep, that's Torrent.
That's what I've been trying to say, man.
You've been trying to say "fuck you." I feel like any.
I mean,
No.
accountability.
Titan, you've got you saying that you're getting new into this this hero business, but I'm gonna run something back past you. I feel like some small amount of thought you might have the same epiphany that I had, which is if they were able to stop time and take a speedster that was extremely fast, was able to take people with powers instantaneously without any sort of issue. Why didn't, if they wanted Torrent so badly, why didn't they just take Torrent? I feel like this is just like it happens all the time in war where they move the goalpost, right? They're like, oh, give us Torrent, and then we give them Torrent, and they're like, oh, well, you know what? Things have changed. I want so and so now, and I feel like if they really wanted Torrent, they would just have taken Torrent.
Oh, I mean, how can you really take Torrent? He's water, and any time that he would get into contact with water or like have like a single drop of him left, he can just reform himself.
Sure, but I mean, we are aware of things that dampen and remove people's powers that could have easily been placed on Torrent.
Right now, I'm kind of working like an intern. I just go where Fisk tells me.
Don't consider yourself just an intern. You're fresh eyes into a new situation. That's important perspective. People that have been working in an industry for long periods of time get stuck in their ways because they had to go through so much shit. And now you're coming in able to run where they had to walk. And sometimes people get jealous of that. And I'm not one of those people. I want you to know that you're new. That means you're new, fresh set of eyes. Take a look at the situation. Maybe I'm just being jaded,
Honestly, I was just sent here to observe, but I've heard that this is a pretty volatile part of town. It has a bit of a history of, and Fisk is doing what he can to work alongside a few members of the community to end things amicably. I mean, the reason that they had to install military forces because a number of the mutants here have been violent. I mean, the place is even named after Magneto, so I'm just here to make sure that there's no bloodshed.
Hey, listen, I got no skin in whatever game Fisk is playing, but however, this is my neighborhood, and I'd prefer it that y'all get out. That's just me, though.
Like us or like Fisk? I'm confused.
Fisk, the military. I mean, the neighborhood is kind of trying to take care of itself, and I kind of understand where the kids are coming from. They kind of want to help, but they're going about it the wrong way. Like, violence, obviously, is only going to make things worse and exacerbate things over time, right? It's a vicious cycle.
Well, I mean, I think we can all agree that Torrent here is a murderer and a terrorist and needs to be
rehabilitated to the point at which he could be a productive member of society. Detained measures aren't necessarily going to rehabilitate an individual to a point at which he could actually, be helpful and useful. Could you think of what you could do with hydrokinesis? You could like solve world drought and like you could fix the Flint water crisis and like a number of other things if you actually, gave a shit or if you helped someone give a shit about it. But at the same time, you guys are all just about locking these kids up. And so, like, of course they're going to react violently when faced with violence.
Roll me an ego check with age.
Yeah.
Bigby's not good at ego checks.
This is gonna be target number 14.
Oh God.
Can you have an edge for being right?
The entire time this conversation was going on, I was like, Luigi.
She's not good, folks.
May he be swiftly acquitted.
That is an 8.
With edge, I'm not even going to be able to get it unless I spend an ox point to get double edge.
You can, in fact, speed an ox point.
All right. Bigby has good points, Jareth. Bigby just doesn't necessarily know when to stop.
This ox point is coming to us from Gonmog. Thank you so much, Gonmog. Unfortunately,
not good enough.
That's still a no. And you hear him go, I need to do a lot more research before I'm able to.
Well, and I mean, you're an intern. Part of being an intern is learning. My friend's an intern, or at least they were. They were interning for Mr. Fantastic after a fashion. I mean, you could do some pretty good stuff too if you weren't working for a dickbag like Fisk.
Anyway, so just think
I
about
look
it.
pointedly at Shift when I say that.
While you I appreciate the eyes in the sky. We're gonna go down and keep talking about what we want to plan and move forward on. I mean, you can tell Fisk, because I know he doesn't like waiting. I don't think that we're going to hand him over. If anything happens, he's going to run head first by himself into them and try to take as many of them as possible out. And I don't think that that's going to go very well. But I also know that it's also just going to make them mad and ask for more. So I think that's where we're kind of at the moment. So if you want to give him a little updatey poo, that's fine. But yeah.
That's not going to happen, is it?
I've read
about this.
I read about what people have said about Fisk, and he saved my family's life. I owe him.
Oh, I mean,
I'm not saying you need to turn your back on Fisk.
From time to time.
Yeah.
So the way that this is gonna go is I'm going to take him now.
Ooh, cool. What do you bench out of curiosity? And I'm gonna just jump into the air and tackle him.
That's a good question. What does he bench? Oh my god. He flies and catches you and he goes 222,500 tons.
Pretty impressive.
Roll initiative.
Absolutely. That's 10. We're not good. We're back, baby.
Oh boy.
Come on, X-Cat.
Here he is. Okay.
Buddy.
Oh, this poor guy is so outside of his fucking depth right now. Uh, there you are. All right, so it's time for us to do some initiative. I'm going to say your character's name. You're going to tell me what their initiative score is. Okay, so we're going to start with you, Shift.
15.
Love it. Bamf, what did you get?
15 from downstairs in the apartment.
Okay, Big B, what did you get?
Big old 10.
All right, Torrent is getting. Why is everyone rolling 15?
Because deep down, he's just a little follower. Can't roll for himself.
Please, this is a character that needs to not roll well on this one, actually. Oh, God, no.
He
fuck.
rolled better.
God damn it. Shit, no, this is bad.
I saw 15 as his first roll. I'm just saying.
This is so bad. And then Titan. Let's see what you roll. Please don't roll well. You got your age. Okay, well, fuck.
Yep. That's about right.
All right, so this all kind of goes in slow motion. You jumped into the air. Titan is going to catch you and immediately blitz after Torrent. So he's going to make a melee check against Torrent.
Is he holding on to me currently?
Yes, he is. He reaches for Torrent, who uses quick phase and turns into water, and Joshua flies through. Titan flies through. Is there anything he can do about that? The answer to that is no. Alrighty. Don't do this. He's gonna do it. Matt takes his cane, aims it, tries to wrap it around Titan's leg, but Titan flies up to the sky, still holding you, Big B. Big B, do you have environmental protection by chance?
Environmental protection?
Yes.
I don't believe I do. I think I just have sturdy, which
Okay.
does not offer environmental protection.
The reason I ask is because he is taking you to orbit.
Okay.
And he goes, you're just gonna pass out, and then I'm gonna bring you back down, okay?
Not cool, dude.
Make me a resilience check.
Okay.
This is gonna be target number 15.
16.
He flies back down. You kind of are out of it, but you are right back. Like, you are able to kind of jostle yourself awake as he just drops you onto the roof as he comes back down. That brings us to the top of the initiative order. And Titan goes first. Those are the bonus rounds. Fuck. He there's really nothing he. Oh, there is. He grabs Magmar. And is getting ready to fly off with her. That is going to bring us to I'm gonna skip his turn for this, and we are at the 315s. Turret, Bamf, and Shift.
How far away are they from me?
They are on the rooftop of Big B and Dash's apartment.
Which is where I am. So they're
They're
okay.
right there.
Cool. Question. I'm going to start off by saying I want to use a Nox point. I'm going to start off by that, and I'm going to make an ego attack, and I'm going to shut down Titan's power.
Okay. Go.
So there's that, and it gives me edge, correct?
You do have edge.
Yes, because of the Ox point, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. While you figure out who's... Oh, come on, you fucking game. So that's a 16 ego.
You attempt to shut down the power.
Mm-hmm.
And for a moment, you can see... It's like looking at a kaleidoscope. You see one world in which you see him fall to the ground, poof, powerless. And then you see a world in which he just remains flying. You see in the world where he's falling to the ground powerless, he gets up and looks at you and goes, "That's pretty clever. I didn't think you'd be able to do that." And then he walks to the other kaleidoscope image where his power stays, and you see he chooses that timeline.
Okay. Interesting. That's a very cool power. While I assume that I have no other actions to go, I am just going to spend the limited actions in which I have left to realize what powers he has, and I'm going to completely let go and let envy completely take control.
Yes. Tell me what this transformation looks like.
So since I want you to know, I know I didn't realize at first that this was a character that you had made up. So I want you to know, Jake, the player, spent more hours trying to figure out where and what the spirit of envy would look like. He is the Shift's suit just completely turns almost like a bright green, almost like a with like a crocodile skin to it, and out of his sleeves and out of the collar just emanates a green, almost flame-like gas. The entire time it licks at the air like the spirit of vengeance is flames, except for it's you can see through, it's transparent, and it's a gas. And his face completely changes over into almost like snake-like, you know. The eyes just kind of blacken and enlarge and slightly move off to the sides a little bit. The skin it turns green and scaled, and Shift's tongue completely turns into snake-like. It is split and forked at the end, and every so often flickers out. The sides of his mouth where it ends, you know those snakes that have like the little dots that like continue up to make the mouth look larger? That is there. And that's what he looks like.
It is such a desire that I'm not even going to make you roll for it. What Titan wants more than anything, you hear it over and over and over and over and over again in your head. I have to be ready. I have to be ready. I have to figure out how to be the best hero possible. I'm not going to be able to stop them.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm saying that unless you want to give it more, I'm saying that that is Shift's turn. I know exactly what he wants to do on the next, but I think the rest of the team deserves some
All
patient
right,
time.
so it's Bamf and Torrent. So Bamf, what would you like to do?
You're unmuted already.
Eh,
Yeah,
Really?
we can hear you. Yeah.
Wow, it's just not changing. Okay, that's wild. And it says it's muted. That's even more wild. Anyway, let Torrent do whatever foolishness he's gonna do so that I know better how to clean up his mess.
Okay, so Torrent is up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What are we gonna?
Well,
do
yeah,
here?
certainly not a man.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna.
Schmuck.
That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna go to Old Faithful. He is going. What you see is water appearing around the head of Titan. It's like a fishbowl, to drown him, and you see Titan go, Mm. I don't need to breathe. This is pretty cool though. Like he's saying that all like underwater. And Tori is going, fuck. That brings us to you, Biff.
Okay. I'm going to do 2 offsite Bamfs.
Mm-hmm.
So Bamf movement, Bamf action, and Bamf roof, then I guess. And hey, kid, you gonna wear the cape while being a bully? That doesn't seem right to me.
I'm not trying to be. Could
But
you
it's what
move
you're
this
doing.
water?
Intent doesn't matter. Impact matters. We're sitting here with kidnapped kids, and we gonna fight each other? Or are you gonna help?
Roll me an ego check.
Uh-huh.
Target number 15.
Mm-hmm. I got glibness, I got presence, I got deal maker. Any combination of those you find?
Flipness would get you an edge.
Okay.
Deal maker would also get you an edge.
Okay, thank you.
That is a fantastic success at a 21. He goes,
People always forget that I'm the talker of me and my cousin.
could you drink this water? Everybody. And you see him, he goes, and the water solidifies, and he taps it, and all the ice breaks. I don't want to fight you guys, but he has to pay for what he's done.
Not in a way that endangers all the innocent people in there. You want to help them, right? Because I sure as hell want my... Dude, I don't know you, but I want my cousin back. They took her. And they never said handing him over is going to get her back to me. They never said that once. And I know why, because that's not how they work. It's never been how they work.
He lays down on the ground and walks over to you. What's your cousin's name?
Blear. Nora.
Let me talk to Fisk and see if I can help get Nora back. I was told they only took threats and criminals.
She was in Chicago. She wasn't doing anything to anyone. And you don't think, what, you think if they took her, they didn't take other people you might not want taken? Sure, you could get Fisk to make a deal for Blear. But what about the rest of them?
Let me look into this. I'm pretty sure there's a reason. If they were taken, they have to have been taken for a reason. That's.
Do you really believe that? Have you never had the experience of authorities treating you wrong for not a real reason? Did they always make up a reason later?
I would like to flicker a little bit and remind him of his parents and what happened with them.
Your powers interact with them again, and you see that kaleidoscope. And you try to project the image into his mind, and you can see he's consistently picking timelines where he does not have to confront it. But now that you are amped up by the spirit of envy, you're following him across these timelines. You are hunting and haunting him until he goes, "Fine!" You see a bomb. You see his world fall apart over and over and over and over again. You see there's only one timeline where he survives, and he's only able to get to it by the skin of his teeth. And the person that helped him find the right timeline is the most terrifying individual he has ever met. You see there is guilt and shame because he was saved by the devil in his eyes. He's got all this power gifted to him by a truly horrifying entity. And he just... Okay. I will talk to Fisk. I'll get the truth out of him. And if it's as you say, if they're just snatching people off the street, you have my word. I will come back here and I will help. I promise.
Here's my card.
Yeah.
Call me if you need me, kid.
I'm really sorry about your cousin.
Don't be sorry, because you're going to help me get her back. Aren't you, Cape?
The cape was Fisk's idea.
Cape isn't about...
I'm counting on you all to keep him in line. If he hurts anybody else after I've left, that's on me.
Look at Torrent.
All right. And he takes off, and there's almost a shockwave by just how fast he's going.
Man, I'm feeling like I'm out of my league these days.
We make our own legs, right?
Weren't you just talking about them making superheroes?
Yep.
agree that he was made, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
By who or what? Also, who made you? That's a good question. That's a unique
You don't
kind of
like my
style.
look? You don't like it? I think it looks good.
For what it's worth, just so it's specified, Noir. I bamped my bamps were one to deliver the statement to apparently she's on benches or something. I don't know. I don't take the bus. And the other, I have gone to this destination previous and was not inhibited. But I left a note on the back of my card on Charles Xavier's desk. If you can get in touch with Magneto, we've been carrying his neighborhood for him. And then I vamped back. So those are out in the world. Whatever comes of that, I did my homework. I stayed on objective for the lawyer.
It's at this point you hear the very familiar sound of ping, ping, ping as a silver sphere hits the ground. This is the second time today that you've seen this, Bamf. And before it can go off, Matt hits it with his, throws his baton, it hits it, and as it goes off, you see it's caught by a green hand that lands onto the roof, and everything starts to slowly stop, and you see a helicopter camouflaged and individuals rappelling down. But very slowly, you see the green hand of She-Hulk close around the grenade, and it breaks, and everybody is released. She goes, Matt, you owe me one. As the same troops that came and black-bagged Blear come to finish the job, seeing that Titan did not obey. And that is where we're going to take our break. So we will be back in 10. I hope that you're all enjoying the story thus far. We'll see where this goes in just a bit. Bye.
Thank you, Aux Crew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I hope that you enjoyed your break. I know that I did. And
Sponsored by Gamer Fuel. What just happened? I'm joking.
Oh, I was like, it's not Gamer Fuel, it's advanced. Use my promo code noir to save 20% on all advanced Gamer Fuel.
Do you actually have one?
Yes, they sent me a bunch of stuff. I just never do it. So get your advanced Gamer Fuel now using promo code NOIR to save 20%. Okay, now that I've sold out, let's go ahead and get right back to our story. We are on the roof of Big B and Dash's apartment when 3 helicopters appear out of nowhere. They were in active camo, and about 15 soldiers are rappelling down. They used their time stop grenade, but it was it activated but was crushed by Jennifer Walters, better known as She-Hulk, who immediately looks to Matt and goes, "You owe me for this." We are going to take a. You know what? We're not going to you know what? Yeah, we are going to re-roll initiative. So I'm going to call your name, and you are going to tell me what number you rolled for your initiative. So I can finally get rid of you. You're not useful anymore.
Here you
Okay. So, Shift, what you roll? Shift, what you roll?
I didn't mute myself. That was weird. 13.
Bamf, what you roll?
Fantastic 20.
Oh boy.
Not quite.
Big B, what you roll?
An unfantastic 18.
The ball, what you roll? That is, but you do get edge on your roll.
That wasn't a thumb down Daredevil. That was a thumbs down his roll. Like, that was a bad roll. That was why I just wanted everyone to know.
I mean, you and Matt got beef. I don't know what
Matt
happened.
has beef with me. I wasn't trying to start shit. I literally was like, I don't know who you are. And then it was like, oh, you're into cosplay. I was trying to help a bro out. Like, I felt like that was like a good guy kind of a thing, but apparently
You know
not,
what?
you know?
I'm making an executive decision with She-Hulk's character sheet.
Thank you.
No, we're not doing that. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, she gets edge on this too. There it is. Okay. So, what we see is 3 squads, each squad having 5 members with highly advanced weaponry, come down from a helicopter. And Jaden, Matt, you owe me. And Matt goes, we'll discuss it after we survive this. He goes, fine. And she is going to jump and grab one of the helicopters. As she's jumping, they are firing at her. There are turrets on the helicopters. So I'm gonna roll to see if they are able to hit her. This is so sorry for the wait here, everybody, as I get this all set up. All right, they're firing at her. They do get edge. And that actually does hit. They do not do enough damage to actually hurt her, though. So she is now going to grab the helicopter. She has to hit target number 18. She got a 25. So what you all see is she just grabs the helicopter, gets shot at. She is now in the helicopter, kind of tearing it apart from the inside. You see it just beginning to go down. That brings us to our next Bamf. Oh no, Bamf, you should have actually went first. You had a fantastic success. So sorry. Bamf, what would you like to do? You get to go twice.
Oh, thank you. I would like to take an inside look around one of the other helicopters. You know, just right up by the pilot.
Okay. You see, you kind of bamf into the passenger seat, and the helicopter pilot sees you and begins to reach for their sidearm.
Go to hell.
What are you doing?
Fantastic 22 versus Vigilance Defense.
His vigilance defense is 13.
Okay.
So what just happened?
I was very clear.
I know, but describe it for the people because they might not know.
I push him in his little pilot shoulder, and maybe he rocks a little bit. Maybe he blinks, I don't know. But when he looks around again, he's not in a helicopter anymore. He's exactly where I told him I want to go.
Okay.
Goodbye.
And so you force this individual to teleport to hell. Do you bring him back, or are you just leaving him there?
That is not that's teleport other. I don't come with on those.
Okay, so he is just in hell now.
I hear it's really cold in Hell, Michigan this time of year, you know?
Exactly. It is. It is. All right. So that was one movement, one action.
Okay, and what are we doing next?
So then I have my other combat reflexes action. So there's another helicopter pilot.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. We're gonna be, by my calculations, one increment into my next turn. By the time we resolve this, does a 15 hit the vigilance?
It does, and the other helicopter pilot also finds themselves in hell.
They have a buddy.
Okay, that
and then I think it's back to the roof with me, because by my calculations, that's first movement, first action, second turn, first movement, and then I can get back to my allies for first action. And you said they were repelling?
yes.
Does a fantastic 21 hit their vigilance defense?
So you see folks in like Splinter Cell, like CLT6 gear. Some of them are in like bulky body armor. And there are 3 members that are just in leather jackets. So are you hitting the Splinter Cell folks, the bulky armor folks, or the leather jacket folks?
Leather jacket, Geek the Mage.
Gotcha. And what did you roll?
Fantastic 21 versus vigilance.
Yes, that hits.
Okay.
So what happened?
They're having a very bad day, Noir. I feel like I'm getting a lot of negative energy here, but I need you to understand.
So what's happening to them exactly?
Same as the others. This is really just a chained sequence of both of my actions.
Okay, so you're teleporting 3 people to hell.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Let's see.
And then I'll get back to my allies with my final
Let's see.
action. Just get right up next to Big B to help.
Gotcha. Do they have it? Does this guy have any reactions? I don't think so, but I have to check.
Yeah, otherwise. I can come say hi. It's so sad that the thing everyone thinks Nightcrawler is, I actually am.
Okay, so what is could you put the power in chat just so I can see what is required? Because this individual might be able to do something. The character makes an ego check against the vigilance fits of a target they have grabbed. Okay. If the character check is
if we want to run that back for
because you have to grab them.
Melees. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So then by my calc, we can get into, let's see how melee first guy does, and we'll cancel actions backward for that. Does that sound fair?
That sounds good.
Cool.
Alrighty. So
fantastic 15 on melee to grab first pilot.
First pilot's gone.
Okay. All right. So that's bam, first turn. So this will end with me. Oh, good, on a falling helicopter, I think. If I'm successful. That's horrible.
All right. So with the red cut. Okay, 17 grabs the second guy.
Yep. So then that's bam. That's both turns. Ending me on the helicopter, the mage is unaffected. I never make it to the roof.
Gotcha. Cool.
Thank you. I appreciate the flexibility. Apologies for the error.
No problem. That brings us to Torrent. Torrent is actually going to he's going to use elemental barrier to create a geyser underneath the two falling helicopters so that they don't come crashing into the buildings or hurting any of his team. He's going to have to roll ego for that. I'm going to set the difficulty at target number 18. He passes flying colors. So you see him slowly guiding these falling helicopters down. That brings us to Big B.
Hello. How many of these
Oh shit.
damn motherfudgers are there right now?
I don't, so I'm not counting the helicopter pilots towards the 15. So I'm saying there's still 15. But they're now fucking stuck there. Their evac is gone.
Okay, so they've landed.
Yes.
They've held down. They're on the roof, correct?
They are on the roof.
Awesome. I am.
Sorry.
How many of these dudes are like? Are they like maybe in a straight line ish?
I'm gonna roll a d6 to see how many are in a straight line, because that's the only way I can do this and be fair about it. God damn it. One of the squad lands in a perfect formation, which is a straight line for you.
Cool. I'm just going to ram them.
Jesus.
I'm going to move my full speed in a straight line and then use my standard action to move right up to them. And then, I'm going to bowl through them. I'm going to do the dash ball special without my buddy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack. You're going to have to hit target number 15 for these guys.
All right, cool. That's a 15, exactly on the money.
Okay.
What's their rank?
5.
Their rank 5?
The highest ranked one is 5.
Okay. And then I'm not gonna use my combat trickery then. I'll just bowl through a bunch of them.
They're not all rank 5, just to be sure. Is just for the sake of combat trickery, I tell you the highest rank.
Yes. So yes, I'm gonna bowl through them. It's gonna be 15 damage.
Okay. Let me go ahead and...
Yeah, 15 is the number today from Noirvel.
I swear to God.
A lot of those
Swear to me.
Swear to me. Matt, who is just, he's in a suit, but with his Daredevil mask on now. He looks over at you, Shift, and he goes, "I knew you knew." And he just, what is he going to? Oh yeah, I see what he's gonna do. Let's. Where did his character sheet go? No, I need his character sheet here. Fuck it, here it is. Nope, that's not him. No, I've got too many people up. Okay.
Oh wow, that reminded me. I hope XCat's just like chilling, licking a paw somewhere while all this is happening.
I think XCat's probably curled up onto one of the folks' laps. He's making
Uh,
biscuit.
Matt is getting into attack stance, and that is his turn. Which brings us to Shift.
For Shift's movement, he would like the green gas that's emanating from his clothing to slowly just lift him just a little bit. You know, very similar to the conversation he had with Titan about, you know, being above everyone else and how it's projected a little bit. He's just gonna slowly let that just rise and lift him up slightly. And how many of our team members are there, Noir?
Torrent has given the shift
Torrent?
just so it's Torrent, Daredevil, She-Hulk, Big B, and Bamf.
Bamf. Okay.
Mhm.
So I have an ability that costs 5 focus to use. I'm going to say I'm going to use, it says minimum of 5. I'm going to spend 10 focus per person. So that's going to be 50 focus to do this. And I would like the flicks of envious flames to reach out to each one of my allies and touch them. And I'd like to use bump power on every single one of them. And as that's happening, I would like to say, if they're going to be envious of our power, they might as well feel it.
What is the thing that you want, Big B, that you are ashamed of wanting? What is your most forbidden desire?
Oh gosh. Bigby's most forbidden desire?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be normal again sometimes. Why am I so big? A world is not built for someone as big as me. I just want to be small. But I can't help if I'm small.
Everyone who's got a power bump is now aware of that desire. Bamf, what do you want that you are ashamed of? What is your secret desire?
Do you want the secret desire? Or do you want the only desire they have in this system at the moment? Because all of the envious sort of desires are pretty well crowded out. I don't think we've heard a little bit from the spirit of envy on Bamf before, but like, there's one thing they want in the world.
And what is it?
Their cousin. Right now, there's nothing else.
I'm going to offer pushing back on this, but you can tell me to go fuck myself.
Okay.
Only because there has to be shame attached to it because of Shift's power.
Yeah. What I'm trying to tell you is that anything with that inflection has at other times existed in them. But like, I'm digging for it and I don't have it there. Nothing they would feel shame to want. Nothing else they want feels more important than that. Feels like a thing that's relevant.
Okay. All right.
That's what I got. And you know what? If that means I'm not an appropriate substrate for the bump, I will take that.
I think that's how we're going to play this. It's trying to latch on to something and there's no give there. For which also means you would not see the desires of the others because you're not tethered in this moment.
Copy that.
Torrent wants to stop being afraid. He wants the fear to stop. And Matt wants God to confirm that he's doing the right thing.
Got to be a god for them to confirm it. Sorry, Matt.
That's what you. That's
yeah.
In fact, you kind of hear the prayers he says only in places where he knows no one can hear.
Sure.
Why did you put the devil in me? Everybody, you all get that bump? Shift, you notice that Bamf is not connected.
Okay.
That is your turn, unless there's anything else you'd like to do.
No. I said my piece. I floated. I gave them all stronger, and I said my piece. Let them be envious of our power.
That is going to bring us to the baddies.
So we just
you hear round up. All right, the ones in the jackets are going first. They are setting up for a telepathic link. A logic check. Logic. What is your vigilance defense? What is all three of your vigilance defenses?
15.
Bigby?
13.
Okay, they can only hit 3. You haven't really done anything. Okay. Target number 1, Bamf. 20 hits. Target number 2, Bigby. 16.
Who's target number 2?
Hits.
All right. And target number 3, She-Hulk. Mobility and heavy hitters. Those are the first targets. They have to hit 14 for her. Okay, they're locked in.
Does this count as an attack?
It doesn't actually. What they're going to do next definitely does, however. But they can't do it on this turn. So that is going to be the telepaths. Now we get to the Wetwork team. Wetwork team initial target. It's going to be 2 shots to each of you. First up, Bigby. Bang. Does a 17 hit your agility defense?
I have brawling, so I can use my melee defense against agility attacks as well.
Okay.
However, that does still hit as my melee defense is 16.
All right, and if I'm not mistaken, they are double tapping. Yes, they are double tapping. Okay, that's shot number 1 at you. Shot number 2, bang, bang. 2 at U shift. Shot number 1. Shot number 2. That is an 18 and a 20 for 27 points of damage and 19 points of damage. Shooting at you, Bamf. Bang. A 12, I'm pretty sure misses. And
Versus agility?
yeah.
No, that hits.
Oh, okay, cool.
I mean, I'm gonna blink out LOS, but it does burn a reaction.
Okay, if you're out of line of sight, the second shot cannot go to you. Which means, Matt, you're getting these next 2 shots. They just have to hit 13 for him. So he's getting 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dang.
Boy. Boy. Okay, that is the baddies round. Yeah, they're gonna hold. That is the baddies round. Which brings us back to the top. And at the top, we have She-Hulk, who sees Matt get hit real hard. Bang, bang, bang. In fact, I think Matt might actually be down.
That's fine. He's fine.
We're gonna see. Plus 27. Oh yeah, he went down. They just and he just you hear her go no, and jumps down, and that is going to be a ground-breaking stomp. I am going to give you all a chance to make an agility check to not get hit with this, because allies. So go ahead and make me a agility check, target number 21.
Can I change that to a melee to try and brace?
I'll give you that.
Am I?
You're out of sight, so you're good.
Yeah.
And what is it you want to do? What do you want us to do?
Agility check to see if you're able to roll out of the way or if you're able to brace for it with a melee that fits. So you can either choose melee or agility.
A 6.
Okay, so unfortunately, you are taking the same amount of damage as the baddies here, which is going to be 30 points of damage to everyone.
Is Shift still levitating though?
Shift was levitating, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Never mind, you don't take the damage.
Nice catch.
Actually, take chat for that one. Thanks, Shadows.
That was a good call. Yeah, but she lands next. She lands next to Matt and scoops him up and goes, "I'm getting him help."
I would 1 second, hold on, GM. I want to make sure that that ground pound or whatever she just did was boosted. I want to make sure that whatever she was is boosted, because remember she is in fact boosted.
Oh no!
What's Jen's shame?
That damage multipliers.
That would double the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and on a boosted power, it's automatically a fantastic success too, right?
Mm-hmm. And then question. How do reactions work? Like, is it just any, like, as long as the trigger for it is hit? So if Matt is down, I'm going to use my ability Let's Go, which is triggered. A target is knocked unconscious, which I believe he is currently unconscious. Let's Go. This character can eliminate the effects of a target losing all of their health. Rather than falling unconscious, the target remains awake and mobile. They can use movement actions, but not reactions or standard actions. This does not protect a character from taking does not protect the character from death. They can be killed normally, and this power cannot be bring back the dead character.
Tell me what this looks like as Daredevil, who got lit up by a professional kill team, is about to fall unconscious, but is stopped by you.
Okay, I'm taking liberties here. As Matt is falling backwards from being shot in the chest, because that's how it works, right? You fall backwards. As he's falling backwards, the fingertips of the green envy literally push him back up, and like a hand is on his shoulder. And instead of "Let's go," I think the words are, "You're not done."
Everybody gets a point of karma for that. Everybody gets a point of karma for that. I think in that instant, Jen seeing Matt die, like she, but then get back up. I am going to have that activate her anger ability.
Okay.
And you just see she gets twice as big as she was before. And that is how we're going to explain how she would have done 30 points of damage. It now becomes 120 points of damage. All of the soldiers are on the ground scrambling. And she
Fantastic also knocks them all prone for ground shaking stomp. Because it is an ability Big B has.
Oh, and that'll break the concentration on the telepathic links. That's brilliant.
The roof is like almost caved in, and you just hear as she grabs one that's obviously one of the plate men in this, and she goes, "Run," and puts him down. And they all drop their weapons. Badly injured, they lift each other up and start to walk away. Matt goes, "Wait! Jen, we have the advantage. Identification. If you have it on you, you're going to give it to us now." The leader of the squad goes, "We don't carry identification." "You're lying. One of you has it. Your heart rate. You're nervous. Give it to us now." What would you all like to do while they're having this discussion?
I retract my flames, my hands from each of the individuals, and since I was levitating up, I would like to slowly start walking down, like I'm walking downstairs, towards the roof, and go, what might be helpful? All of their masks off. Even if we don't get identification, I'm sure we could, pull their faces from some sort of database, right? Right? That's a thing that people do. I don't know, smarter people than myself.
Jid goes, mask off. They all just, and one by one, you're able to take their pictures.
I entire time staying the green flames just licking up, like almost like think like suited Lucifer, right? Just with green flames, just kind of walking back and forth as the rest of the group is kind of like doing their thing. You've She-Hulk angering everyone, Bamf taking photos, Big B like standing there looking rough, ready to take another group off, and the Spirit of Envy walks over to Matt and goes, "Do you know any good doctors?"
Several. I'm gonna need some. I'm not exactly sure how your powers worked. It was able to probe some of the darkest parts of my mind. Are you able to do that for these gentlemen to find something actionable that could help us?
I don't know. Let's find out. And then Shift puts his hand out towards like the one where Matt was saying that his heart rate was moving, and Shift doesn't like move. Shift like slides his entire body to where his hand is touching his face, and the flicks of flame, green flame, literally just engulf around his head and say, "Let's see what secrets are rattling around in here."
Look for procedure.
Well, I'm not sure if the power really works that way, but like I can say,
how does your power work? What does it look for?
Things that people are envious of, things that people are wishing that they could or didn't have.
I haven't known a person yet that uses a gun for work that doesn't wish for power or promotion, something within the system. There's somebody at his job that has something that he wants. Find it and tell me what it is.
I move my singular hand and put both of my hands on the sides of his face and go, "Care to tell us who's got that role that you really wish you had?"
Roll me an ego check.
Any day of the week. 23.
Oh, that's everything goes black, and you see a kid struggling in high school. Just never really he just didn't want to do the homework, was too awkward for sports. But JRLTC just kind of fit. It was discipline. It was structure. And they rode that. You don't have to think when everyone does the thinking for you. They go on to serve. And there are moments where in the darkest parts of this individual's mind, the fear they're able to elicit from the places they go across the world becomes a drug. You can see that this is a bad apple who aspires to be one of the worst apples. This individual has a long track record of cruelty, war crimes, and that gets them picked by a mercenary force, Orchid. They hate mutants. Deep down, this person really doesn't care about politics or mutants. They just want to pull the trigger against whoever they get the green light to kill. And he's good at it, real good. So good that there is a sect of orchid that the world doesn't know that's tethered to something called the secret council, the puppeteers of the world. You see through his eyes that people in kill teams like this, once they earn their stripes, they don't use guns anymore. They get their choice of abilities, powers. Sure, they're the testing beds for synthetic X genes, symbiotes, Yggdrasil. Sure, the way they get their powers are freaky science, but it doesn't matter because they get powers to kill more important people. And that's what this guy wants.
I move closely into the side of his face so that my lips are almost touching his ear. And I go, I'm going to do something for you that I've never done for anyone else. And my other hand reaches into his chest and finds that envy, finds that desire, that deep want to be the worst of the worst. And I pluck it from his existence. I hope that doesn't have any lasting effects. And I want to pull his desire from him. I want to pull the thing. I want to pull anything that motivates him.
Roll me an ego check. Target number 20.
Okay. I'm going to use an ox point, calling it out now.
Okay, all right. I'm here for this. I am here for this. This is fucking cool. This ox plate is coming to us by the one and only Lord Portico. All right, let's see. What do we got here? 21.
And that 21 is in thanks to Lord Portico because I rolled a 17 originally. And with that edge, pushed me over the edge to 21.
You pull the desire from him. What he wants, what he's envious of, are all the soldiers who've earned their stripes and got powers to kill more important people, like to kill soups, to kill heroes, and that desire you've removed from him. This is a man who has been driven by cruelty and hate, and it's all gone now. If there were something else to him, if he devoted his life to things beyond cruelty, he would have something to fall back on. But cruelty was all there was. And he just sits, hollowed, eyes wide, confused, and he looks at you with what would be rage, but he can't find it. He looks to turn to his anger and it's gone. He's helpless and weak and empty and harmless.
Shift turns around and looks back and goes, Bigby.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to pick me up. And Shift faints.
Oh, shit.
Completely falls to the ground. And when Shift falls, green just dissipates from his entire everything.
Princess carrying. Do you actually like lose all shifting ability, or can you hold your disguise form when you're unconscious?
Oh! You know I'm gonna make you roll.
No,
You know-
I'm gonna. You know what? You're not gonna make me roll. I'm gonna say that Shift completely shifts out of his. Completely, Shift passes out, and in your arms, Bigby, as he passes out, you see him shape change into a very generic looking white guy, a little bit overweight, a little bit scruff on his face. His hair is a little out kempt. He's got streaks of lines of gray in there, but there's nothing particularly special or unique about him that he could be completely lost in any crowd on any street and you would not notice him. And that is the person that falls into your arms.
Hey, Bamf?
Yeah.
Your friend's out.
Bamf. Safe house with Bernie.
Bernie. Kid!
No,
wait.
Bernie doesn't know who
Wait,
this
who
is.
Bamf doesn't know that either.
Seeing Bamf, like, I'm guessing you're still in the same clothes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
his natural reaction, kid, and then he gets close to you. It's like, wait, who the hell is this?
It's Shift. What do you want? Can I
Bad.
leave him here with you? He's passed out. He did a whole bunch of cape kind of shit and a whole bunch of not.
I mean, don't leave. Put him on the medical bed. I don't know who that is, but I'll take care of him.
Hi, Bamf.
We linger on Bertie at the medical bed, and he reaches into your pocket, Shift. What does he find in there?
He finds John Alpine's wallet.
You better not have hurt him. Whoever the fuck you are. And he just sits by the bed, waiting for you to get up. We go back to the roof.
I think Bigby's just standing there. Still has the arms like she was princess carrying Shift. I guess I can.
You see Matt and Jen standing over the guy who had his ambition taken, and he just keeps muttering, like, what's the point? What even is there? What's the point? Jen goes, if you're gonna talk, you want to say something useful? Useful?
Always try doing good.
Good?
You could always try doing the right thing.
Right thing. Roll me an ego check.
Oh God.
Target number 10. And I'm gonna give you double edge because Daredevil and She-Hulk are there.
It's one edge. That's a 17.
Fantastic 17.
Fantastic
That's right.
17.
That should be proud.
Good.
I would be so proud.
The fuck is the point of doing good?
Helping people. Not just helping yourself, but helping
People-
others.
People ain't never helped me.
Well, why don't we start now? I'll put my hand out.
We just got a couple of questions we need to ask you about the organization that you work with. If it's all the same to you, man, I think it'd be better if we take it to my office. And I think you should go to a doctor. I could get this down. She thumps Daredevil on the head and he just, okay, I'll go get myself checked out.
I got room for one if you want me to princess carry you there.
Oh, come on. All right, everybody, ready up. And you see Daredevil pick up his batons and 3 more helicopters appear. And then they crumble up and fall to the ground.
Ah.
Bamf.
I got your message. And the last panel we see is Magneto descending from the sky, holding his fist out. With the you can see his magnetism crushing the helicopters. I think we should all talk. And that is where we are going to end this issue today. I truly hope that you all enjoyed this. It has been so much fun playing with this different group. If you would like to see a little bit more of what to expect in the next episode, be sure to check out Big B and Dash tomorrow at the Streampunks Discord for our coffee supporters. But that has been our story. I've been your storyteller Noir. Jake, why don't you tell the people who you are with your mouth?
My name is Jake, and I am the co-founder and owner of Alt Haven, the channel in which you are watching this show on, and someone who is very, very excited to have Noirvel on the channel and producing and doing all of the cool shit that it is doing. As you can tell, I'm a little biased because I enjoy the shit out of playing this character and how much Noir allows me to get away with.
You listen, it's cool as shit every time you do stuff.
So there is that aspect of it. But yeah, so please y'all come by. If you're not gonna be at the Big B and Dash Discord game, please come back here, right here tomorrow night to watch the second episode. The first episode had already aired. It's on YouTube now. You can watch it. If you haven't, it had already aired in the past a couple times. So this is a brand new episode. It is an extension of the story. I haven't seen it. I will be there. I will be watching it. I'm excited for it, and I hope you all are too. I have been playing the Shift, or I mean, at this point, the Spirit of Envy should be more accurate. I mean, I don't know. It's getting dicey. We'll find out.
Dicey.
Yeah, it's a bit of a character shift.
Yeah, maybe this is where Shift turns into Night Shift. You know, we were joking about that earlier. This is where we get Night Shift. Sam, take it from here.
Hi, I'm Sam Delev, and you can, I just realized this, catch all of my characters in Noirvel within a 24-hour period. Because I have been Bamf tonight. I will be significantly more polite on Bad Meets Evil. Meeting the moment, as it were. And at 7 p.m. in the Streampunks Discord as Dash, who would be so proud of Big B. So special thanks to Noir for letting me get away with being multiple Tran in his world, basically. It's the coolest. So yeah, that's what I got.
Hell yeah. And our very special guest, Fox Big B. Tell the people who you are, what you're about.
Elbows up. If you're Canadian, you know. Hi, I am AJ Fox. I have been Big B tonight. Tomorrow night, I will also be Big B. Well, maybe I'll switch it up. Maybe I'll be Basilisk tomorrow night, just for fun.
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a while since I've been my punk rock.
Been a while.
Been a while. But you can also find me over on Critical Misses because I am the founder and show channel runner over there on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. PST, 10 a.m. Central. You can find us interviewing folks from Nerddom and TTRPG in Morning Ritual, which is our little talk show that's now back, baby.
It's back.
Our very first return episode featured one Sam Delev, and that is always a treat. And yeah, check us out. We've got our VODs up on YouTube. We've got over 158 episodes of back catalog if you want to watch us make fools of ourselves interviewing Matt or Bria or Brennan or any of the other myriad folks we've talked to. You can do that.
Hell yeah. Dope. And as always, I've like I said, I've been your GM Noir. Please be sure to check out our coffee. We are getting all of the pull list episodes available for you if you back our play on coffee. They're going to be without the fancy editing that we're trying to do with pull list, but you'll get the stories early on so you can have a leg up on everything that is happening. So I don't have to keep everything secret. Oh God, it's fun. It's so cool to finally be able to like mention things now, like the
Soon they'll know about redacted.
Oh yeah, and Lord knows what that'll do to this show in particular. But that is us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Be kind to yourself and to each other. Excelsior.
Excelsior.